Hello guys, and welcome to episode 19 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Tomb Kings on very hard difficulty. And today we are going to be moving on with King Rakash to start sieging Vulture Mountain, so let's get that underway. We will start building up some siege equipment, but I'm just going to hold the siege for now. We're not actually going to attack. The benefit will be is if they attack us, and then we'll have a serious advantage on the open field battle, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. So we will just continue that siege for now. Last time round we did start destroying Tor El Asor down here, so we're going to be continuing to do that. But in the meanwhile, what we're going to do is use King Wakaf to take Eye of the Panther back. They didn't have a full garrison, so we're just going to auto-resolve it and occupy it. Okay, good. Then we're going to get the obelisk for the public order, and we're just going to wait there until we can reinforce King Rakash with King Wakaf. Alright, let's get revered stone masonry maxed out, which is going to give us more melee defense and melee attack for the Ushabti. I really am looking forward to getting the Ushabti with great bows. We do have the ability to create some with our global recruitment here. Now we have access to 2 of them, which is cool. And yeah, King Wakaf's army is just going to be like an Ushabti army, I think, which is going to be so damn badass. Really good against infantry factions like dwarfs, so that will be useful in the future, I guess. Traz Necrotect, in the meantime, though, is heading towards Bel Alayed, and we'll get a level 3 settlement there, which will be good. Then what we're going to do is end up coming back towards the Black Pyramid of Nagash and taking that over at some point. My dude here needs to get onto land and join this army. There isn't a space for him, so I think we'll just get rid of some of these spearmen. Might just try and like merge them in. That's actually going to leave an extra slot open, so let's go into there and replenish troops, and we can spend the turn actually getting some better troops. This is interesting because we can recruit Tomb Guards and Tomb Guards with halberds here. That might encourage me to refit Settra's army. But I think for the King Thutet we're just going to go for more Nehekara warriors for now, because I want to leave the unit capacity available for Settra. Okay. One thing that would be good is if we could, in the future, recruit better chariots than we can currently get. I'm not sure if, like, I'm guessing these guys are the best chariots we can get, the skeleton chariots. We can buff them quite a lot, but they're pretty basic chariots. I'm guessing Settra can buff them a lot, but I don't know if it's worth building an army based on that. We have 200 economic jars anyway, so we can change our research for this turn to another Herald. We're going to go for the Tomb Scorpion Herald, or even Herald of the Sphinx, because we do have one Khemri War Sphinx. We're very close to being able to get the Heralds empowered, which is going to be very nice indeed. Much quicker than going for the 5th dynasty anyway. And all the while we have been kind of researching that for a turn here and there, so it's not like it's going to take ages either. So I reckon like 2 armies are going to be popping out very quickly, one after the other, which is good to see. Right, in the meantime, we have done everything for this turn. We've spent all our economic jars. We'll move on to the next turn. So I'm kind of hoping that Greybeard's Prospectus does attack that army, because my Tomb Guard should be able to defeat his like dwarf warriors quite easily. I am a bit worried that they have a lot of rangers, which could be a problem, but it should be fine. I have no idea where Clan Moors is going. That is a little bit worrying, but we're just going to skip the Court of Libaris turn, and we'll just wait to see what Greybeard's Prospectus do. We can probably just keep it fast forward even through Greybeard's Prospectus turn, because they are under siege, so the only thing that will happen in their turn is that they will attack me, or they either won't. We've got Steel Technology failure and the Damaged Walls failure. Pirates of Sartosa are also heading down towards us. These guys were like peace treaty, we're not going to give it to them. They did not attack me. That's absolutely fine. We'll take a peace treaty with the Spinocytic Dwarfs, sure thing. We're not anywhere near them, so there's no point in being at war with them. Okay, Confederation. Herald of Scorpion is complete. Research is available to continue with the Wisdom of the 5th Dynasty, so we'll keep doing that. And yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so we'll continue the siege here. We've got one more turn until Tomb King Tower is available. We haven't seen the siege towers yet for the Tomb Kings, I don't think, so it might be worth just waiting for that to occur. King Wakaf can reinforce this turn, which is interesting. So I think we may as well just get it over and done with, take over Vulture Mountain, secure ourselves the second Book of Nagash. Right, let's just do that. Wipe out Greybeard's Prospectors, then we can get back to the Black Pyramid in no time at all. It's also going to give us some more Canopic Jars, so that will be helpful. It would be nice if I could get enough Canopic Jars to research the last Herald this turn. That would be really, really convenient. I just realised I can't even assault it without siege equipment anyway, so maybe waiting one more turn so that King Wakaf is fully replenished might be a good idea. Well, the other thing I did notice was that I boot these guys. Can I like recruit more Khepra Guard? It seems like every 6 turns we can get more Khepra Guard. That just seems really broken. Because eventually we're going to have like loads of them, surely. They are exceptionally good infantry with the regeneration there. Right, let's just pick up possibly the Spectral Stalkers. I'm just going to go for the Skeleton Spearmen for now, I think. Since I did just get rid of some Hekara Warriors. So yeah, we'll get those Spearmen in there. That's fine. Time to go towards the Tower of the Sun. Can we get onto land here? Okay, I want to attack there. Let's go like so. How do we get onto here? Okay, we do it like so. That's fine. Let's come onto the water. Do the same thing. Yeah, that's good. We're right in their face now with 2 armies. Let's start the build of the skeleton garrison at Tor Elisora. I wanted to get that done. Up here, what we're going to do is upgrade this to the Tower of Bone at the Cursed Jungle, because I don't want to lose that ever. And if Clan War sort of runs up there and attacks that could be a pain in the bum. And this is a ritual site, so it's going to give them more bonuses, which might be why they want to take it, I think. So maybe not. I don't know, it kind of had like that glow around it. I thought that was a special thing, but apparently not. Never mind. King Rakash isn't doing anything. King Wakaf can stay where he is. There's no point for him to move until he's needed. So that's all the armies moved. We're not going to get the Canopic Jars this turn. I guess we'll get them next turn, which means we can put an extra turn into the Wisdom of the 5th Dynasty. That's fine by me. We've spent all of our cash. Again, I think it's another end turn. That was pretty quick. Probably one of the quickest turns we've had in a while. My Necrotech must be getting close to Bal Alaed as well, which is nice. Get a nice level 3 settlement there. And we'll just keep things sped up. Nothing Tor Elisor can do except wait for us to attack them. And we are under attack by Greybeard's Prospectors. Right, let's quick save this and fight it on the battle map. And it's a choke point. This is possibly a bad thing, honestly, because they have more archers than us. But the thing is with the AI is they don't micro archers very well, so we could be perfectly okay. Let's make sure the tomb guard with halberds are in front. We'll have the normal tomb guard behind, and the Khemri guard. Actually, we'll probably... How do we want to do this? Like, their archers are longer range than ours. Let's have all of my cavalry over on the other side. And I'm also going to get the chariots to start over on that right side. I'm hoping they just come across this choke. I guess if they move over to the right, we can just sort them out then. But what we're going to do is have the archers straight behind the first line of halberds here. Okay, let's start the battle. Keeping these guys free will be important, because I want to be able to like chase down their archers if we can. They might send over some dwarf warriors and so on to deal with my forces on the right, which could be annoying. It might be worth me just wheeling all the way to the left so that they focus on the left choke point rather than the right side. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want them to swing over to the right side here. That seems silly. Oh, they are hitting my skeleton horsemen all quite hard. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Let's get out the way of those. Not quite what I had planned. They are going to attack me through the right choke point anyway. So let's just move some of my tomb guard over here. I didn't actually lose any men, they just took a lot of damage with that attack.
I am reborn.
So they have one unit of quarrelers on that right side. Are they all coming over to this right side? It looks like they are. Alright, let's just move all of my archers over here then. Get our horsemen and so on to start coming back. Might be able to pick off some of the quarrelers and so on in the back line. We'll get my king to come over here. Might be important to start the attack onto their quarrelers soon. Yes, they also have rangers, don't they? Which were invisible. Am I forced to attack? I hope not. This could be kind of awkward. Are we going to be in range? Come on.
Move.
Let's just move across into their face. We kind of have to, I think. Mainly because I want to get my archers into range. Well, this was their mistake. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's get all of these guys over to the right side.
Bring my chariot.
We are focusing their range forces, and I think they're focusing my infantry, so we should win out in the long run, I'm hoping. Although I don't want to charge in with those guys. Right, so done quite a lot of damage to their archers, which is good. Too concerned about the tomb king or tomb guard dying. Oh, this is going to be kind of awkward though. If Bugman's rangers don't like rout sooner than later, we're going to be in a pretty bad spot, I believe. Right, meanwhile, these archers need to change targets, I think. Probably best to hit their quarrelers instead of their thunderers, I think. to have these skeleton horse archers run down the ranges there, just to get rid of them. Meanwhile, we need to make sure all of my units are starting their attack. So let's run in with these infantry. Like, holding them in this choke is absolutely fine. Need to get my leader in there. Khemri can engage. Might pull back some of the archers actually, just to make sure they're not being fired upon anymore. I'd rather they focus on my infantry than on my ranged forces. I think that's what's happening, so that's good. Right, we crushed Bugman's Rangers. Time to charge into the back of their other units over here, just to stop them firing at least. Almost got our Shabti. I guess I'll spawn those on top of them once we engage. There we go. The third realm Souls tier is going to be pretty devastating, I think. Finish off these quarrelers and rangers and stuff. Make sure to focus that one on the right side there. And then with all of the guys crushed here, we should be fine. Let's just get these skeleton horseman archers to charge in to help break some of the leadership here. Oh, a nice downhill charge. Definitely did the job. Right, now we can have our archers actually focus on firing into the melee, which is nice, since all of their ranged forces are now broken. These Shabti can actually run down into the... Actually, I probably need to make sure those thunders are running first. Then I want to make sure that all of these guys are running. We'll have these Shabti go into the back of the Thunderers. Good. Alright, seems like my skeleton archers have found their targets, which is nice. Should help out our melee. Team King here can just continue his engagement. We get the potion of healing. And here come the Shabti in the back. Nice. Crush the remainder of those quarrelers. These guys are good to go, so we'll just come back down into a charge into the back of these men. Same with these horse archers. Once we finish with the chariots as well, and these quarrelers, we can come back as well. We need to make sure they're gone for good. Nice charge, come back out of that, come back in. And then the big one will be like when my chariots arrive. That's going to be crazy. I think the Khemri Guard are doing a good job. I think my Tomb Guard are kind of faltering though, so we might just bring them out. This is always going to be a hard battle, but I mean, if we win, the Greybeard's Prospectors have no chance to like attack us again anyway, and there's no threatening army in range, so we can lose quite a lot and still come out on top in this battle. If I break that right flank, it's probably a good shout. See, maybe we just fire at these Longbeards, I think. get these guys out of that combat again. Make sure the chariots break off again. Maybe we can get out of there, I'm not sure if they can. It seems as though my Tomb Guard are going to end up crumbling anyway, so I may as well just get them into the combat if I can. I'm going to target the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons now. They don't have much missile defense, so we can crush them with some good volleys on that right flank. That will save the Khemri Guard there. I can also come in with the horsemen then and finish those off, because we can then change target towards the Longbeards with great weapons on the other side. Good. Alright, so that right hand side is crushed. Khemri Guard can run across, I guess. Although things are, you know, a lot of our units are being wiped out, which I guess isn't good. Going to come into the back of those Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, with the skeleton horse archers, because they've actually used up all the ammunition, so we can just charge into those and hopefully break them. Yeah, a lot of their men there just getting absolutely wrecked. Sent loads of them flying. Let's charge in with the skeleton archers. About time, I think. These archers still firing. Crazy. Get these archers and the Khemri Guard to move to the right side, and we'll try and surround them a bit if we can. Wow.
Do not shame your ancestors.
Okay, so I think we crushed those Dwarf Warriors, that's good. Crush these ones that have just come back as well, they're going to rout, that's good. Looks like the majority of their forces are routing. Did take a lot of damage, but this is a settlement battle, so as soon as they all rout, that is victory. So let's come back for one last charge into these Longbeards. We're going to send plenty of dwarves flying as we come in. And that is victory. And the battle there for the Pyrrhic victory. So 3 units for Tomb Guards with halberds lost. But I think our horsemen did a lot of work in that, taking out their ranged forces relatively early on. We will take the replenishment possibly. Actually, let's just harvest the organs. I just remembered that that was actually a battle that they started. That wasn't the settlement battle. So I probably should have ran them down. Oh well, doesn't matter. We're going to have our reinforcements in anyway. And that should help us out. Okay. So, our Tomb Prince has now been wounded. Oh, that was in this army. That's why they decided to attack. I see.
I care not.
We're going to finish off the bonus for Tomb Guards in this army.
Kill these wretches.
And we didn't lose the Khemri Guard, which is good. So let's get King Wakaf to arrive. And that means that we can probably attack and finish off Vulture Mountain this turn. We do have some siege towers, not really the units to put in them though. We would have to wait for our reinforcements. I think it would be important to do so. Let's quick save and fight it on the battle map. This is going to be the second Book of Nagash under our control. So I think what I'm going to do is probably wait to use the towers. Could be a bad idea. Actually, let's drop this siege equipment. Can I use the siege equipment with the Tomb King? I can, okay. We'll do that then. And I'll have the healthiest unit of Tomb Guard use the other one. We'll go either side of this gate with them as soon as possible. And then what we'll do is have like our reinforcements come and join us as soon as they can. We may as well get the skeleton archers to start firing, but the rest of my forces can just stay in the corner. None of those can do anything until we break down the gates. And all of these guys, I'm not sure what I want to do with them, like maybe keep them back as well. I think I'm just going to rely solely on my reinforcement army. Let's start the battle. We'll get these to the walls. They do have depleted units themselves. So, I mean, our depleted units fighting theirs isn't that bad. Let's make sure all these reinforcements come up. We need to have the Ashabti just go for the gates. Cavalry can go in the corner. Casket of Souls can start hitting the gate as well. Good. I'm pretty sure that's all of the units ordered anyway. I might have ordered the reinforcements. We'll have a couple of them go up the towers, which will be the Tomb Guard, but the rest of them can climb the walls. So we're going to do that. And these Tomb Guard can go on each tower. Now, are my archers in range? They are not. Let's move them forwards. Make sure that my reinforcing archers meet the same range. They do. That's good. And this should be over relatively quickly, I think. Tomb King's gonna wreck the Longbeards and Great Weapons. We may as well pop his potion of healing straight away.
My orders.
Alright, let's stop this Casket of Souls from firing, I think. And the gates are already open, so let's go crush their lord. Should break their leadership relatively early on then. Time for the Tomb Guard to use the towers. And these Tomb King towers, we didn't have a good look at them. I guess they're pretty cool. Not as cool as some of the other factions that I've seen though. Right, what's going on with their leader? Are we just like knocking him back over and over again or something? Surely we should just be killing him.
By the ancestors, I'll have vengeance.
Yeah, he's so dead. Oh, that was a Thane, okay, that came down. Their lord is also taking a lot of damage.
There can be no mercy. They are in the grave, Vulcan.
Right, the Thane's dead. So is the lord shortly. Yeah, he's on 41 health. 1 health, he's dead. Okay. And that's going to make things relatively easy to clean up. We've also reached the Realm of Souls tier 1, so that's just going to heal up some of my units. And we're hitting the tower a lot on this side with the archers, so I might just like angle them a bit better. I don't know, I guess it's probably better to go that side. Not sure if that's going to make much of a difference in the long run, but we can just have the Ashabti run to the centre now. There's no other units really in their way. So this initial unit of Tomb Guard that went up the tower has actually survived much better than I thought it would. There we go, capturing their centre. Surely they're dead very soon. There we go, victory. What we like to see. End the battle there before we get too much friendly fire, and we didn't lose a single unit, so that was good in the end. And that's going to be the second book of Nagash under our control.
The second book, a Liber Necrominca. Upon its pages, the invocation for undead animus. As more books are discovered, we traverse more than mere distance. We cross the boundary between the living and the dead.
Ooh. Scary stuff. Right, that has unfortunately been my time, guys. Finding that second book is a good start. We'll be moving on to the third one. That second book does give us effectiveness of all commandments plus 50%, which means that my Worship of Faith now gives us an extra 5% construction cost reduction, and we get 7.5% tax rate. So that's going to boost our income a lot across the board, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.